Hi, Mom, it's me, your son. Let's see. Yup. It is still Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular 2021 Origins Part 3, The Return. And wouldn't you know it, Tom Atkins came back for Monster Monday.
That's right, today's Monster Monday. Ah!
Today's pick is a classic creature feature filled with toothy puppets and a cat in a mailbox. It's not gremlins. It's not ghoulies. It's not hobgoblins. It's...
They've come a long way, and they're hungry.
Critters is a 1986 science fiction horror comedy directed by Stephen Herrick. A rambunctious horde of toothy tummy grumblers break out of space jail for an evening of involuntary together time with a Midwestern farmer and his family. Despite a pair of face-shifting bounty hunters being sent to dispatch these critters, the town's only real hope for survival is to fight back or get eaten alive. Also, the critters swear, which is very good. Look, man, I gotta be honest with you. Aliens? As a grown-ass adult, I would rather eat my own eyes by sucking them through their sockets like a reverse Panic Pete than meet a real-life E.T. Something about the notion of being cosmically insignificant and powerless before some greater intergalactic intelligence and knowing that they, I don't know, want to make you their pet or something really freaks me the hell out. To this day, Steven Spielberg's E.T., yes, that E.T., is the scariest movie I have ever seen. It is single-handedly responsible for more nightmares than my own internalized fear of rejection. So while Critters is inherently more silly and a whimsical take on the space invasion genre, a little bit more tongue-in-cheek than, say, Fire in the Sky, this movie nonetheless became somewhat of a forbidden artifact in my childhood. An unapproachable film. I remember seeing the box art for this movie when I was a little guy and just being existentially crushed at the image of one of the eponymous Krites standing in a field in twilight. There wasn't much that I could glean from the art alone. Was the creature big or small? Is it alone? Or are there others hiding just out of sight? The only things I could parse out from this image was that the critter was probably an alien, and it probably, definitely, wanted to hurt me. And given the size of those chompers, I knew exactly how it wanted to hurt me. When I was a kid, this thing scared the shit out of me. But now, as a 32-year-old man, it scares the shit out of me as a 32-year-old man. But it doesn't mean that this movie doesn't rule. It's charming, campy, and plain weird. Critters has managed to stay fun after all of these years. It's a very good movie with very good slimy puppets and a very dorky story about space alien bounty hunters who look vaguely like Tim Curry. While not the best of the genre, it is a staple classic that deserves to be revered by future generations. Real quick, speaking of E.T., why didn't anybody tell me that Dee Wallace is a stone-cold fox? She's so pretty! I give Critters 6 out of 10 goopy space eggs. You can rent it on Starz or Spectrum, or you can rent it from your overlord, Jeff Bezos. And that's another Monster Monday launched into the sun. Come back tomorrow for Into's National. It's a good day with a good name that I'm very proud of and I worked on really, really hard. Where we'll watch an international horror film from Europe about a flesh orgy? Okay, but can we talk about this real quick? Because I heard somewhere, and I don't remember where, that Critters was originally like an abandoned prototype of an E.T. sequel called E.T. 2 Nocturnal Fears. Has anyone ever heard about this? From what I understand, it was supposed to be like a scarier E.T. I know, if that's even possible, but Steven Spielberg noped out of the project like immediately and someone rewrote it into Critters. Or it was something like Critters and Poltergeist, but And look, I have no idea if it's true. It's just something that I heard. But it would make sense that the box art of the aborted progeny of E.T. would be something that haunted my youth. And if you want to follow my aborted remains, you can click the link below to go to my letterbox, where you can follow along with this year's Halloween Horrorfest Spooktacular list. God, E.T. sucks.
Coming soon to own on DVD and video.